Infinite blessings and love. Namaste, namaskaram. This is Om Oracle Tarot, and this is Pisces Soul Path reading for February 2023. Now, I have to say that these are general readings that may not resonate with everyone. If they don't, that's all right. There's plenty of other great YouTube tarot readers that you can check out. If you would like to get in contact with me, feel free to drop a comment below in the comment section. You can also get in contact with me at the Om Oracle Tarot Instagram page, of which there's only one. And the link for that is below in the description of this video. And if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated, and I appreciate all of you. I also want to send a big heartfelt sense of gratitude and thank you out to all those who have liked, shared, subscribed, and donated. It really does mean so much. And again, thank you so much. I'd also like to remind everybody to check your other placements, your sun, moon, and rising signs for a broader picture of what may be going on. You can also check out the middle of the month readings that I offer here. You can also check out the full moon and the new moon readings that I also offer here at Om Oracle Tarot. All right, without any further ado, please give us a message for what is on Pisces Soul Path for February 2023. 3 cards, please. I only take uprights and I only take jumpers from the deck. While there may be moments of silence while I may be shuffling the cards, do pay attention to anything you might see in your mind's eye. You might hear a word or some song lyrics. A strong emotion may bubble up. You might smell something that reminds you of something. Do pay attention to this, as this is all your intuition playing a role in this reading. As we are not together in the physical, I am connecting to your energy, and so your energy is very much a part of this reading. And in a lot of ways, it's in these moments of silence that the deeper aspect of the reading takes place within yourself. So do pay attention to that. All right, thank you. All right, one more, please. All right. All right. We have the 5 of Wands, the 2 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, the Strength card, and at the bottom, we have the 6 of Swords. So, with the 5 of Wands, there is some tension taking place, at least at the beginning of February. This feels like a temporary kind of energy that is kind of a catalyst that's kind of getting you in motion here. So you do have some tension. There may also be some person or people trying to draw you into conflict here. But I feel like you are planning moves around this energy. But this energy is very much a part of your sphere of reality. But you are kind of sidestepping it. It's like you can see it off in the distance and you're like, no, I'm going to go this other direction here. Also, for a lot of you, now the 5 of Wands can also speak of training. So you are in a learning process here. You are discovering some new type of information on like a spiritual level, a soul level. You are discovering some new way of going about your spirituality. So there is some revamping taking place, and I feel like this has just kind of been a subject of study for you, but now you're kind of at this position where you're like, I can continue studying this, or I can really step out into this new field of study and experience these things. So this is kind of where you're at with this. But because you are handling this conflict and also doing your due diligence into continuing your learning, discovering these new things, and taking this leap off of this fence, but in a direction that you weren't expecting to take this certain direction, as this conflict in the distance has caused you to reroute here. And this does appear to be divinely guided, and it is to your benefit because it's leading you to this Nine of Pentacles, where you're feeling very self-sufficient. Perhaps these are individuals who really wanted you to work with them, and almost they kind of needed you to be part of the mix to make it work. You have chosen not to engage with them, and so their thing doesn't work. But you are headed to this place where you are self-sufficient. You don't need anybody else. Are you going to work with people in the future? I'm sure you will, but you don't need to work with them. You've got this on your own. And wherever direction you head off in, you find this abundance. And the Nine of Pentacles speaks of luxury. So you are headed to this kind of luxurious kind of vibe, this fully cultivated garden here. There's like this banquet kind of energy taking place, to where anything that you would want on your metaphorical plate is going to be available for you because you've chosen not to engage with these people. You're receiving a lot of messages from the spirit surrounding this very thing. You're most likely having dreams or receiving some sort of messages in your meditations, things like this. And we have the Strength card here. So this really does fill you with a lot of confidence here, because you're not only have you avoided this conflict, but you've come into your own. You're completely self-sufficient. These people can see this. They can see, like, oh, he doesn't even need us. We need him or her, or whatever. They don't even see us over here anymore, because they're doing their own thing and they've got it on lockdown. So you're moving forward with this kind of confidence of, like, I've got this. This is changing this belief in yourself, to where in the past you may have questioned, like, do you have this on your own? Can you go it alone? And you're proving to yourself that, yes, indeed, you can do this alone. But it's because you showed courage and bravery is why this is coming in the way that it is. But in this new position, you're definitely going to find more persuasion over your reality as far as manifestations go and things like this. So there may be initially a worry about going it alone, taking this path that you have not traveled before, but it does appear to work out in your favor. And this is a rite of passage. You have to be the one to make this leap. This is your journey, and this is definitely your rite of passage to take. Now, with this card, the Spirit is also saying that this rite of passage would be a lot easier if you drop off whatever burdens you may be carrying from the past, or energy cords connected to these people or this situation. Because this is your journey alone. These people cannot go on your journey. They have their own journey to go on. And there may be some elements of some aspect of an unhealthy lifestyle. Perhaps it is, partying too much, or too much coffee, or whatever that may be. Too long in the shower. I don't know. But whatever these things are, the Spirit is saying your travels would be a lot easier if you could drop some of these off. It's like these swords. If they drop the weight of these swords, their travel would be a lot quicker. Also, on this boat, if a wave were to come by and rock this boat at all, these swords would fall and hurt everybody on board here. So the Spirit is strongly suggesting you get your physical house in order. And this is talking about your body, your patterns of your day. All right. We'll get 3 cards and a bottom card from the top split, and then we'll do the same with the bottom split. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Pisces Soul Path for February 2023. Thank you. All right. We have the Star Baba. It's very similar to the Star card. We have Satsang. One more, please. Thank you. All right. We have the Star Baba, Satsang. The journey begins, and at the bottom we have Astral Sight here. So we have the Star Baba. So this is definitely a call to pay close attention to the planets, the transits, the moon cycles, as this can all help you with the timing of things. You can also utilize these planetary and moon cycle energies to your benefit, which I highly suggest looking into that. But this is speaking about this sense of renewal as you step forward. And this is renewing your hope for the future, but also the faith in yourself. Because you're moving forward with this attitude of like, I've got this on my own. You now have this faith in yourself that you can do this. You really don't need anybody else. There are going to be a lot of opportunities that open up for you on this new path. And I feel like opportunities that you're not used to getting these kinds of opportunities. And it's because you are kind of doing something new here. And this path moving forward is going to bring a lot of healing to you. You're going to feel very rejuvenated as you get into this, especially towards the mid to the end of February. I feel like you're feeling very good, very kind of revitalized, and really feeling more on your purpose. And a lot of the signs in this cycle have gotten this, like, you're now on your purpose kind of reading. And it does appear that that is kind of in the energy. We're all kind of have been corralled into this little area where it's like now we're kind of like stepping into our purpose collectively across the board. But you're definitely letting your spirituality, your spiritual belief kind of be your guide at this time. And it does appear, like I said, this journey is yours and yours alone. Not everybody can go with you on this journey. But we also have satsang. So you are alone on this journey, but you still have your spiritual community around you and supporting you, and or some of you may be coming into a new kind of spiritual community where they really kind of have your back there, not necessarily on this same path as you, but they are supporting you as a person. So you do know that these people in this type of community is going to be available to you. And I feel like you may not even see this available to you, but I feel like if you were to kind of look around, poke around in your local friend circle or community circle, you would quickly find this, because it's like it's waiting there for you. And then we have journey begins. So this is kind of an indication, like I said earlier, this is your path alone. And this is someone walking down this path alone. Now, this also appears to be this giant hand descending, like the hand of the divine, with this sphere. And in the sphere is premonitions of what's to come further down the line on this path. So it's once you make this decision and get on this path, you start receiving these spiritual messages and some foresight into what is ahead of you on this journey. This is going to be really useful for you. So any type of visions, dreams, meditation type of messages you get, keep a journal of those. You're going to want to have those written down. But this definitely marks this beginning of this new purpose here. For some of you, this marks a period of travel for you. Now, that I don't feel like that's for everybody, but that is for some of you. There's destiny involved in all of this. But this is definitely a period of change and movement for you as you step into these new experiences of what feels foreign to you, or these are not things that you're used to experiencing. That doesn't mean that is a negative. It's just something all new for you. And at the bottom we have astral sight. So this again is speaking to these kind of visions or premonitions that you will be receiving. You're beginning to see things from more of a spiritual or the soul's perspective of things. So you may be having some other things going on with you. Some of you may be having some out-of-body experiences, or this is coming heavy with the lucid dream. There's something else that's visionary that is not really being, it's not as clear. But you are receiving these messages. It's like you're kind of have moments where you're kind of seeing where the spiritual and the physical kind of overlap here. So there's this kind of element of astral projection to a certain extent. It is really unclear, and that's interesting. So I'd be interested to know what that is for each of you in the comments if you feel like sharing. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Pisces Soul Path for February 2023. 3 cards, please. Oh boy. All right. All right, we have the Dark Angel, the High Road, Mind Expanse, and Weathering the Storm. So here we have the Dark Angel. So I feel like even before February, you definitely feel like there is something calling you. There's a yearning within you that is, you're thirsting for this something new. But you're kind of stepping into this energy of this kind of like, it does feel like an integration of the light and the dark, where there's this powerful kind of dark beauty to a certain extent. But it does feel like this is kind of part of your spirit team kind of coming in. So some of you are working with the light and the dark, and this is aspects of the dark, or perhaps some of these liminal type of spirit teams where they're not necessarily light or dark. But this is working on your behalf. This is this inner pull to this new here. And it wouldn't seem like this, but this dark energy is almost forcing you to take this high road here. This yearning in your heart is like, I must go and take this high road. I have to see what is on this high road. So this is you taking this high road into this new path here. And like I said, it's like you have to see, there's this inner yearning. There's something calling you. So you are finding this path out of these lower vibrations of this tension and conflict. You are going higher. You're taking the high road. You're leveling up and taking this alternative path forward. So you're definitely plotting a course forward, and you are walking your path forward to the new here. And we have mind expand. So you are expanding beyond your normal realms, at least in your experience. You're kind of stepping into these new experiences. You're expanding in that way. But to have this spiritual sight kind of hitting in the way that it is, you're also expanding beyond the physical body. Some of you may be utilizing sacred sacraments, plant medicine, things like this for these visionary kind of states here. And again, there is this energy of this kind of astral projection type of energy. But whatever you're doing, it is giving you this new way of thinking and this new way of perceiving yourself and reality, your situation, and your path. There's also indication that your intuition and your extrasensory abilities are also going to be heightened at this time. For some of you, you may be feeling in a very poetic mode in February, so definitely keep a journal, write these things down. But you're kind of on this spirit journey. There's like kind of like the phrase that wants to come to mind is a shamanic journey. I feel like that is not going to hit with everybody, but that's going to hit. That's for somebody there. Then we have weathering the storm. So you have been weathering the storm of this Five of Wands. This Five of Wands. This Five of Wands is not a new energy in your sphere. You have learned how to kind of deal with it. And I feel like perhaps these people felt like they were in charge of you, or they're your boss. They're going to tell you what to do. You get in line. Or you're out and you're like, well, I don't even like what you guys are doing. I'm out. So you have been weathering this storm. And really you're starting to face adversity head on. So you're standing strong, and you're holding your own. Again, you don't need anybody else. This past energy, you have felt kind of tattered, but you're not torn. You may be a little windblown. Your hair might be out of place a little bit, but I almost feel like as you move forward, you almost like it better that way. But this has been a test of faith to a certain extent. This has really caused you to set up some healthy boundaries with these people or situation, and you are pushing forward regardless. All right. Please give us 2 or 3 cards for what is on Pisces Soul Path for February 2023. We have natural abundance, open channel, ancestral warmth. So I feel like you do actually possess this natural abundance about your energy. I feel like you are fairly skilled at like manifesting and bringing this abundance out because you're able to cultivate this within yourself. And so this is this vibration that you have that then in turn draws this abundance to you. This is why these people need you on their team. But because you have such a natural abundance, you're realizing I don't need this team. I don't need to share this natural abundance with people that think that I work for them. So you're heading out on your own. And in doing this creates this open channel between you and the divine. It's like most likely before this, you have been receiving some spirit messages and definitely doing some work in that department. But it's like once you drop these burdens of this past and you sidestep this conflict here, your channel becomes open, channeled to receive these messages. And it's like once you step away from this into your own, it's like you're getting steady information and steady guidance here. An ancestral warmth. So this is a reminder that your spirit team, your ancestors are definitely there around you, and that there are moments where you smell like a grandma and grandpa's perfume, or the way that their cigarettes would smell, or a dish or that they used to make, or things like this, or you just feel the presence of a nurturing kind of energy. Do know that these are moments where your ancestors are actually there with you in the spirit, in the astral. So trust that instinct that they are there and aiding you. All right. please give us 2 or 3 cards for what is on Pisces soul path for February 2023. Those came out in a funny way. All right. We have elephant and masked owl. So we have elephant. So honor. You're honoring yourself. You're honoring this inner call from the spirit, and moving forward in this way. Empathy. So you definitely, there is a part of you that feels for these people, but you know you have your own path to walk. You're also, there's a lot of empathy coming from the satsang, the spiritual community. Definitely soak that in. And responsibility. So you know you have this responsibility to extricate yourself out of this, to drop these burdens, whatever those may be for you. And whatever you're doing, take this high road. Take the high road. And cooperation. So moving forward, now this is your own path to walk. You're definitely cooperating and co-creating with the divine as you move forward. This satsang, you're going to find a lot of cooperation in that. And I feel like we'll get a little bit as we go through, but I feel like there is some other people that are coming in to help you. And then we have the masked owl. So insight, this astral sight here. Now, the owl also has the ability to see and navigate through the darkness. So anywhere you're definitely seeing and navigating around this darkness, if you will. But the owl is also able to utilize the darkness and make it work in its favor. This is how the owl hunts. So some of this darker energy, this liminal energy, is working for you, and wisdom. So you are in these downloads, if you will, from the spirit. You're receiving a lot of wisdom. Foresight. So we've had a few cards that indicate foresight or premonitions of the future, visions of the future. Messenger. So you are receiving these messages. All right. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Pisces soul path for February 2023. It's too many. All right. Two more, please. One more. No? Okay. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Check and make sure I press record. Oh boy. Believe it or not, I've gotten this far or further and realized I did not press record. Wah, wah, but that's all right. So we have we have weight. So now these 2 cards definitely are cards that indicate an on the fence. There's an indecision usually taking place, or a waiting to decide here. So you are kind of waiting. you're kind of you're kind of waiting and seeing where these people kind of plant themselves so that you can sidestep them. Now, this may have to do with others' perceptions of you, because it's like it's like you do a 180 here. And so this is kind of unexpected from these people. And you begin to just move forward in your own way. And from the outside looking in, this feels like robotic, like you're not having this, you're not incorporating your feelings, and you've known this person for so many years and blah, blah, blah. So from the outside looking in, this feels like a very like robotic, emotionless decision. The Spirit is just putting that there so that you know that this is kind of the perception of you from this small select group of people. And so when you get these kind of funny vibes, when you see them, do know that this is kind of how they're seeing you. And you can kind of counteract that by just being your genuine self. And then we have tomato, potato, eggplant. So at one point in human history, not that long ago, all of these plants were considered poisonous or very taboo to eat. You don't eat these things. And now these things grow all over the place. So there was a time where people, in some cases, were starving while surrounded by nourishment. So as you move forward, there's something that you are not noticing is nourishment for you, that perhaps you have looked over in the past and been like, that's not for me, that's either taboo, or that's not good for me, or perhaps you don't even know there's nourishment there. So there's something you're overlooking in your sphere of reality that is going to be really useful for you and bring a lot of sustenance, spiritual sustenance, and juice to your journey here. So give your environment a look over and see what you might be overlooking, because it's going to make this journey that much more easier. All right, please give us 2 cards for what is on Pisces Soul Path for February 2023. Thank you. We have the Serpent. 1 more, please. Then we have the Prophet. So again, with these visions of the future, prophetic visions, these visionary states of prophecy here, and then we have the Prophet. So with the Serpent generally represents sacred ancient knowledge, secret knowledge. Now, serpent also, when it's done with its old skin, it sheds its old skin and kind of starts anew. And this is what you're doing. You're shedding this old skin and growing anew. You've outgrown this old skin. You have to move forward you have to move forward or be uncomfortable. It's like to stay in the past, which I don't feel like most of you will do. To stay in the past is like walking around with a shoe that's 2 or 3 sizes too small. It's uncomfortable, it hurts, and over time it's going to cause long-term damage to stay in this old situation. And here on the Prophet card, this person is very up close and personal. This serpent is coiled around her and kind of like right in her face, like they're about to smooch. So you're becoming very up close and personal, very well acquainted with these secret, sacred, ancient knowledge and teachings here. And in part, this is what's creating this prophet energy of these prophetic visions, lucid dreams, things like this. You're coming into this kind of occult knowledge. All right. Please give us 3 cards for a final message. What would you like to leave Pisces with for what's on their soul path for February 2023? 3 cards, please, for a final parting message for our Pisces. All right, I think this one hit first. Ooh, you tricked me with extras. It's all right. All right. We got more foresight here. So we have the High Priestess, the Page of Cups, the World card, the King of Pentacles, and the 3 of Wands. So again, you are coming into this secret, sacred knowledge. This is imparting you this spiritual insight, spiritual vision, which may be talents that you didn't know that you had. Or I feel like a lot of you perhaps knew you had them, but didn't know to what extent you could actually utilize these in a real way. So you move forward really moving on intuition here. Your intuition is becoming your guide here. And I feel like you're really learning how to work the subconscious. Because our reality is emerging from our collective subconscious. And so you're kind of working with that element in order to manifest. And I even feel like by the end of February, you still have not fully grasped what you have under your belt, essentially. But you are embarking on this new journey. And again, receiving these spirit messages. You're very eager to get moving on this. As you step forward, this marks the successful completion of this old cycle. And you're moving into this chapter of fulfillment. And again, there's going to be so much more possibilities and opportunities for you as you move forward. And again, things that you're not necessarily used to, but that actually really excite you. And perhaps in the past there was a hesitation or a fear in engaging with those things, but now you have this new perspective and you're excited about these things. We have the King of Pentacles. So this is kind of happening this way because you're about your discipline, your spiritual discipline. And again, you move with this kind of attitude of abundance. And so this is what is drawing this abundance into your life. And we have the 3 of Wands here. So again, you are getting this foresight into the future. And you are expanding out from your comfort zone. You're also expanding beyond the physical body in the astral. And you really have your sights set beyond the horizon. Like you have your eyes kind of set beyond what you can actually see. And this is what's kind of giving you this foresight. Now, at the bottom, we have the 3 of Swords here. So you are kind of coming off of, at least at the beginning of February, you're kind of coming off of this ride of emotional grief and pain here. And this may have been going on for the past 6 months or so. But this is kind of this energy. This is part of this energy that you're kind of leaving in the past, and you're kind of growing beyond that. This is kind of part of this old skin that you no longer fit in. So you are moving forward. But the Spirit is putting this here because there are going to be moments where this feeling or this memory kind of bubbles up, and it's kind of bubbling up so you can look at it, process it, and be like, wow, I've really come so far, and I'm so much happier with where I'm at now than where I was, where I thought I was super happy. So you're moving to this better place. And like I said, we have the 5 of Cups here. So there is this regret of the past. It's definitely something went down in the heart department, in the romance department, and you kind of have been carrying this regret and looking back. But it does appear first part of February, you're kind of putting that to the side. You're looking and realizing, okay, what resources do I have? You're collecting those resources and starting this new leg of your journey. And this has been something that's been mixed up for you by the hand of the divine. Definitely with this site, whatever practice you're doing, you have 1 foot in the astral, 1 foot in the mundane, and you're finding balance this way. This also is a card that speaks of you being on your purpose here. This also speaks of moderation. Now, there's not too much about this, but something tells me that to be really keep the reins tight on things that you know can get on top of you as far as moderation is concerned. So definitely you want to be the master of yourself. But you are connecting with your spirit guides. You've asked your spirit team to help you out. They have heard this call. They're coming in with this help. And you're moving forward with your heart open and your intuition lit here. And this new day is dawning for you. Right. We have the Knight of Wands. Excuse me. So you are embarking on this new adventure. It's like you're not even sure what is in front of you, but with this sense of adventure, you are moving forward and with a lot of speed. You're, like I said, you're very eager to start this new chapter here. Oh, I saw it. Okay, so we have the 3 of Pentacles, and underneath there, apparently we have the 10 of Wands. So, like, there was a card that was speaking of cooperation. So we have the 3 of Wands, and this is kind of indicating that you're coming into contact with a team that you are evenly matched with. It's not like where everybody is relying on you in this old team. This is a team where everybody has their own strengths, and everybody makes the team function. It's not like one person is doing all the things. This is a collaborative team, and again, with a lot of sustenance here. And this is a team where you can implement what you have learned up to this point, which was not something you were able to do in this old team. And I can see this 10 of Wands. All right, and so we have the 10 of Wands. So this old cycle has come to its completion. This old cycle has been hard work for you. A lot of times it felt like it was, you're just going through the routine of day to day. You knew you had a certain level of obligation, at least personal obligation to the situation, this responsibility. But it's like, it's kind of like all these people are down here arguing with your wands, and you're kind of going down collecting your wands, and you're taking your wands back home. So you're completing this cycle by kind of taking your power back and heading out onto your own path that essentially leads you home to yourself. So I think we'll go ahead and leave this reading here. Pisces, I want to send you a lot of love and encouragement for February. This actually looks really good for you. So if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in, listening, and watching. However you're taking this in, you are truly most appreciated. And Pisces, I'll catch you on the next go-round. Peace.